on your cell phone. All right, so we have. All right, go ahead, Brett. Cornelius is out. That's it. Nobody else is missing. Just Cornelius, right? I. Does everybody need the PowerPoint? Which one? First one? Who needs the first one? Marks and crosses and criminal justice. There are two PowerPoints. We didn't start this one yet, did we? The second one? All right. Who needs the first one? Still. Okay. Huh? It is on school. Yes, it is. On school. All right. Does everybody know what the schedule is tomorrow? Yeah. You do. You got it? Okay. Let me tell you how it's going to go. The first period, you go to your personalization period. Okay? And your teacher will have a schedule as to what you're going to be doing during your personalization period. This is going to go from 7:40 until 11 a.m. There's two different activities we're going to be doing. There's Rachel's challenge, okay, as well as the activities of extravaganza, okay? You come back at 11 o'clock to your 7-period class. Hello? If I could come back and just be crying about it. Okay. Then look at this comment. God bless him. All right, so you know you love me, right? Guess what? Today is a what? Today's a what day? Today's a what day? Wait! Today's a what day? You know what tomorrow's going to be for you? A black and blue day. You can keep it up. Okay. Okay. Take a sec. No. Hey. You don't want me to do that. I wouldn't say anything about it. Look at the mirror. You're on top of the money. So, you go to your first day class, you use all the way through your presentation tomorrow. You start there from 11 a.m., then you go to 7 period for 15 minutes just for attendance. Believe it or not. That's it, 15 minutes. And then you go over to the cafeteria to grab and go lunch. And you can leave in here about 11:30 tomorrow. But Rachel's challenge has to do with something about being able to live together and work together in peace. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you Bobby here is going to explain exactly what it is. Stand up, please. Let's read it right here. And to the public, one thing, I am a vet from the United States Army and the United States Coast Guard. I was soldiers who came down to Iraq who suffered combat stress. I want to make sure that you have some respect. Thank you.
The first student killed in a Columbine High School shooting in 1999. Daryl Scott, Rachel's father, established Rachel's challenge to perpetuate his daughter's example and her 2-page code of ethics she wrote months before her death. This code of ethics includes words about compassion being the greatest form of love humans have to offer. And they also talk about a chain reaction of helping each other and paying it to making the world a better place. I promise that you will be definitely engaged as the speakers tell you and show you some of the methods and encourage you and give you tools on how to help change the world and make a chain reaction for good. So it really means a lot to me and it's a lot to you for you to be here tomorrow. The Rachel's Challenge includes a program called Friends of Rachel's Clubs and Schools. Following our presentation, some of the students are going to be trained in these techniques and this method. So we're looking forward to it. It's not going to our typical day. It's going to be a very moving day. It's going to be a very life-changing experience for you. So I hope to see everybody here tomorrow on our PSC. And that's thank you. Have a great day.
Yes.
You said, how do you feel about the football player who says he won't stand?
Good question. I think he is entitled to his beliefs. He's entitled to how he feels, as we all are. But I think that you have to look at the bigger picture as well. Make a statement with his position as a football player. You know, he's made a lot of money. He's grown up in this country and has benefited from that. I don't think he understands why we salute the flag. It's not about that we feel everything's perfect, but it's about that we respect the fact that we're here in a country that's trying hard to do that. Despite the fact that there's not total equality in this country, there's not total happiness for everyone, it's one of the best countries in the world to live in. It's evidenced by the hundreds of people that come across the border every day to come here, legally and illegally. How about thousands of people that come here? And what you're doing when you're saluting the flag, it's not a religious experience. You're not worshiping the flag. What you're doing is you are showing respect to a symbol of what this country is. A symbol. You know, symbols are just something that has meaning. You know, that's basically cloth, right? Okay? But what's on it has meaning. 50 stars, right? And how many stripes? 13. For what? The original colonies, right? Okay? Now, every country in the world has issues. Some more than others. But when you stand up, you know, you are saying to everyone present that you understand that this country should be respected because it's provided you with an opportunity, okay? It's freedom, all right? You know, there are a lot of things that may be wrong, okay, but you don't hear me get up every day in class and say, well, you know what? I don't like the fact that people do this. I don't like the fact that people do that. Because my job is not to preach to you about my beliefs, okay? You're entitled to have what you want in terms of beliefs. I'm hoping that your beliefs are ones that are filled with good and you know, and I guess you could say with knowledge. But you know, not everybody thinks the same way. I was in my 6th period class yesterday, and we had a big discussion about racism. And there were some students in there who really said, well, we don't like white people. And, you know, they said, no matter what you say, we're never going to change your opinion. And that, you know, as a person who's white, it was hard for me to hear that, you know, because I don't, you know, first of all, I want people to like me too, like everybody else, right? But I just don't believe that, you know, you need to carry a grudge for every person of a particular race because of something that may have happened to you or to your relatives, particularly, you know, almost 300 years ago. It was totally wrong, right? It was something that this country, it's a bad mark against our country, a black mark, if you will, a bad mark. People didn't know better. People didn't think about what they were doing. And that doesn't excuse it, but you know, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears from a lot of people, including white people, went into trying to build a world of equality. One of the most famous civil rights in our country involved the death of 3 white people in Mississippi who were down there trying to promote civil rights. They were murdered by the Ku Klux Klan. Okay? Which created a big to-do in this country. That actually put more of the civil rights movement on the map because these 3 people, who were students at the time, they were young, went down there to try to help out. You know, President Johnson, who was white, signed the Civil Rights Act of 1965. President John F. Kennedy was very much into promoting civil rights. Martin Luther King Jr. and others. And whatever your personal feelings are, all I can ask you to do is try to be open, okay? Because you certainly wouldn't want someone judging you. You know, I'm